My name is David Smith, and welcome to Correctional Officer Lifestyle. Hey folks, this is David Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle. As you can see, I have electricity. Very, very pleased about that. I have electricity. That being said, the last video that I put up, I said I was going to talk to y'all about emergency preparedness. Okay? With regards to emergency preparedness, what you're going to find is you have to be prepared for emergencies at home as well as at work. There are several emergencies that can face somebody at the house. Natural disaster is probably the most prevalent. That's the one that gives people the most trouble. Other kinds of emergencies you need to be prepared for is illegal activity committed against your family, the loss of a vehicle due to an automobile accident, one of your family members getting into some kind of trouble, be it legal trouble or having a medical issue. There's any number of things that you need to prepare for. And you need to have a contingency plan for all that. But I think the biggest one, honestly, is the natural disaster. Because a natural disaster can quickly and easily wipe out everything that you've got. It does me a little bit of, it does you a little bit of disservice for me to talk about this next bit, because I was not prepared for Hurricane Sally. We were told it was going to be a tropical storm going over to Louisiana, and it wasn't. It was almost a Category 3 hurricane that came right down our throats. And I thank God that we did not go buy a bunch of groceries and put them in the freezer. I thank God that we did not go spend all of our money on said groceries to put in the freezer, because we needed that money for the storm. And we've got a stockpile. We got a little stash of cash that we have that is just for emergency situations such as this hurricane. But the key for anybody is to be ready. And I hear my friends talk all the time about a go bag. Get you a go bag together. Not necessarily for social disorder or anything, but if you've got to pick up at a moment's notice, let's say there's a fire looming in the woods behind your house, you don't have time to pack. You have to grab what you can grab as fast as you can grab it and get on the road. That's what a go bag is for. Grab what you need and get on the road. So I recommend everybody put one of them together. But in a situation like what happened with this storm, it impacted work, devastatingly impacted work. In years past, whenever we had a storm that was going to come through at night, that night shift was told to make sure their family is in a good, secure location and to get to work and expect to stay. We had so few people show up to work that we had to enact the emergency plan just to be able to staff the prison. It was rough. We had so few people come to work because Nobody thought ahead. Nobody thought, well, I might need to go in early so that I'm not trying to drive to work in the middle of this Category 3 hurricane or Category 2 hurricane. I live so close to the prison, it doesn't affect me, but we needed people, and we needed people in the worst way, and everybody that was there wanted to get home so they could go check on their families. Well, there was no getting home at that point. There was no getting home. But if they had come up and said, we need to evacuate, we would have been splitting hairs trying to get people on the road. So in a situation where you've got a natural disaster that is looming, make plans for your family. But remember that you have another family that you got to take care of, and that's the family of the Department of Corrections. And it's not that I'm saying you need to get to work or you're going to be fired or anything. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you make plans for your family to be safe and you come on to work, then everybody at work is safe. If we have to go into doing crazy things because of the natural disaster that we've got going on, we will have the staff to do the crazy things that we need to do. Whether you got to come in early or what. Protect your brothers and sisters. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Those aren't just words to me. Get to work. Do what you got to do. I ended up staying all night long, working as an officer on another captain's shift because I was needed. Another captain ended up staying as an officer, working all night on another captain's shift because he was needed, because we didn't have enough people come to work to staff the roster, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yes, your family comes first. Take the day or two prior to that storm's landfall and make sure your family is absolutely taken care of. If I had known that this was going to be a major catastrophic event like it was, I would have put my wife on the road going north to stay with my kids. That's what I would have done. We didn't know it was going to be that bad. But as a first responder, as a law enforcement professional, you have an obligation to take care of the people that you work with. You have let's say you're in a house and you're having a rough time of it. You need to be rescued. You've got water coming all over the place. If you don't get out, you're going to drown, this, that, and the other. And you call and you ask for help. And at this point in time, there are still crews that are able to get out there. But you call and ask for help, and they say, I'm sorry, nobody's coming to help you because nobody came to work. That would not make you feel very good. Now, you've got to think, every inmate has a family. Every single inmate that is incarcerated has a family. The inmate is serving time for a crime that the inmate committed, but his family did nothing wrong. And they are worried about that individual. And I don't want to have to tell a family member that bad things happened during this storm to their loved one because I didn't have enough staff. I don't want to say that. So put your family first. Put your family first. If you have to send them away, send them away. If you can't send them away, make sure that they are secure. Make sure that they're safe. And then come to work. Because we need you. We need you. The emergency preparedness mindset needs to be that you're helping people. And you're helping people. You are helping the people that you work beside, your brothers and sisters on your shift, at whatever institution. You're helping them by being there to maintain some semblance of safety, some semblance of order, so that there is enough staff present to be able to do that safely. You're taking care of the inmate population, making sure that they stay safe, making sure that their needs are met. And in doing so, you're taking care of their family members by putting their minds at ease and unburdening them with, is my loved one okay? We can answer that question, yes. Okay? You are in the business of helping people. You are as a corrections officer, you're in the business of helping people. That is your job. You're either helping offenders and inmates turn from their criminalistic ways and become productive, law-abiding members of society, or you are, in the case of a natural disaster, more often than not, helping them survive. And if all you do is take the inmate that's having a mental breakdown because he came from up north and he was on vacation and he got caught, and now he's serving a year in prison in a state that he's never lived in and he's never dealt with a hurricane before, and he's going through a mental breakdown, and you're helping this person out, even if that's all you do all night long, you've done enough. You've helped somebody. Okay? You've helped somebody. Now, when you put your signature on that bottom line when you're hired, then you are saying that you are willing to work extended hours, you're willing to work odd and strange hours, and you're willing to make yourself available in the event of an emergency situation. Okay? Your family did not sign that, but they need to understand it. They need to understand that your job often requires you to work strange, unusual, extended hours in strange and unusual emergency situations, and you will be called upon to leave them. And I was raised by a sailor. I was raised by a man that was in the Navy. Okay? You're going to be gone in an emergency situation for a few extra hours. That's it. My dad used to leave for anywhere from 3 to 9 months at a time, depending on the mission of the ship at that time and where he was going. So I think we've got it pretty good. You know, military deploys for a year at a time. You don't see your loved one for a year. We're gone for a few hours, a few extra hours at the end of our shift. Is it really that detrimental? We get paid decent money. We get good benefits. We have an outstanding retirement, at least in the state of Florida, I know we do. And we're asking you for a few extra hours away from your family during a situation. But we're also asking you to make sure that your family is taken care of and then come in. We're not asking you to look at your family and say, well, y'all are on your own, I got to go to work. And no, make sure they're taken care of first. Make sure there's a contingency plan. Make sure they have go bags ready to go in case they have to pick up and leave. Money for gas, this, that, and the other. Make sure all that's right. And then come on to work. We need you. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be ill. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any one person, any way, shape, or form. But folks, we need you. We need you. So get your family right. Get your family right first. Family always comes first. Get your family right first. But then remember, you've got another family that you have to help. Okay? You have another family that you have to help. Let's get your family right. And then come on to work. Folks, that's all I got for this one. Remember, love shouldn't hurt. If you're in an abusive relationship, I ask you to find a way out of it. If you know somebody in an abusive relationship, please do something to help them. If you know the abuser in an abusive relationship, say something to somebody. The absolute worst thing you can do is nothing. And if you are the abuser in an abusive relationship, there's help for you too, man. All you got to do is admit that you need it and ask for it. This is David Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle. I am done with this video. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications when I post new videos. And if you want to leave me some feedback, make sure you engage with me. Leave me some feedback in the comments section. I look at all of my comments and I answer them. So if you leave me a comment, I'll get back to you. Remember, I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Stay safe behind the fence. See you on the next video.